the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up, guys. Salute to you all. Get the likes up. Positivity is coming your way. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Shout out to Starbucks, by the way. I've been going back to I couldn't help it. I had to go back to Starbucks. I like Starbucks. I like the peace and tranquility when I go into Starbucks. I know it's a liberal establishment, but I'm not going to lie to you. I like going there. Like going to Starbucks. Guys, I got a great show for today. I want to give a shout out to everybody that is in the chat. Leander06, thank you so much, bro, for coming through as always. Duale, DMville, thank you so much for coming through last night on Rumble. Richard, salute to you, man. Positivity is coming your way. So Real is in the building. Portia is in the building. Salute to you. Corny is in the building. Positivity is coming your way. Who else? We got Woody Johnson in the building. We got Jonas Civil in the building. Thank you guys so much for always showing support. Guys, give me 1 second real quick. There we go. Give me, So I have a lot to talk about today. Yesterday, it was on the itinerary. However, I had a obligation that I had to attend to, and I had to cut the live stream short. But now, today, I could talk about what I wanted to talk about from yesterday, which was Harvard. There are a lot of there's a lot of news coming out of Harvard in regards to President Gay, plagiarism in terms of her obtaining her PhD many years ago, them, putting it under the carpet, or sweeping it under the rug. Also, obviously her not being able to answer the questione about the genocide question. So we're going to get into that in later on. I'm going to talk about, what else am I talking about today on the ones and twos? Guys, get the likes up, guys. Roland Martin begging. It's sad, man. It's sad when, I hate to say it, man, and it, black men have to stop begging. Roland Martin, oh my God. Begging PepsiCo, which is the parent company of Pepsi. Begging Pepsi, please, Pepsi, please, can you give the black businesses some money because black people be buying Pepsi? Begging. Afraid to do your own thing. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about Michelle Wu of Boston, the mayor. She Michelle Wu of Boston, the mayor, she sent out a memo talking about a party excluding white folk. So I'm going to talk about that as well. But other than that, salute to you all, guys. The main topic for today, guys, is Bobby Perkins with the $2 super chat. Hey, CT, did you hear about the hole in the sun? No, I did not, but you can call in. Portia just got your donation. Thank you so much. Positivity is coming your way. I'm so glad for your support. This morning, I'm going to talk about somebody that you don't even know. But I'm going to talk about this diversity and equity and inclusion I'm not going to say the M word today. You know, YouTube is doubling down on harassment. Supposedly, I'm harassing people. So I'm not going to say the M word, but you guys can say it in the chat. But this diversity, equity, and inclusion specialist who was employed at Facebook, or as me and Blue Cousin used to say, the book face, stealing. Stole $4 million over the course of 4 years, going on lavish trips, going to uppity or upscale restaurants. I'm going to get into this one. I'm going to talk about her. And I'm going to talk about DEI. And I'm going to talk about people on the left. For all of you who are not up to speed, DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Wait a minute, Richard. I'm not gonna say the word, Richard. I'm just gonna let you guys say it, because you know YouTube has been, you're harassing people. We gotta micromanage you, chaotic. We can't let you go around saying this, that, and the other. You're saying the M word too much. This is the word that YouTube is afraid. This is the word that YouTube is accusing me of saying, and well, I am saying it, but this is the word that that they deem as harassment. But it's not. It's not harassment when it's true. It's not harassment when it's true. Oh, I can't say it. I want to say it, but I can't say it. You know, YouTube has been doubling down on swearing. YouTube has been doubling down on obviously vulgarity, which I agree with. YouTube has been doubling down on any talk of cousin 19. Catch my drift. YouTube is eventually going to be PBS within the next 3 or 4 years. So, guys, if you are considering content creation, just prepare. Be prepared. Be prepared to be in an environment where you are going to have to walk on eggshells. Me right now, I can't get chaotic anymore like I used to do because people are flagging the videos, reporting me, and other content creators. People are afraid to hear the truth. People are afraid to hear somebody's opinions. People are afraid to hear alternative information. Oh, that's be scaring me. Let me hit the flag button. Because you're a coward. You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to. For the people out there that are afraid of Black conservatives particularly, just don't watch us. You don't have to watch us. You don't have to watch Candace Owens. You don't have to watch, I almost said Ben Shapiro, but you don't have to watch Black Conservative Perspective. You don't have to watch Anthony Brian Logan. You don't have to watch Officer Tatum. You can turn us off. But I bet you, and to the people out there that are flagging me and flagging other conservative content, and particularly Black conservatives, I bet you ain't flagging those rappers. I bet you're not flagging the rappers. Well, CT, how do you know they're not flagging the rappers? Well, go to a rap video and see how many views they have. Go to DaBaby. I don't even know all these little rappers, but go to one of these little drill rappers and see how many views they have. 400, 500 million views sometimes. So YouTube doesn't mind that kind of content, you know, little 15, 16-year-old little dreadheads rapping about murdering and killing and robbing and stealing. But I say this word, YouTube flags me because somebody got upset. And that's how it's been. I got a lot of people in the back already. I'm gonna talk about this woman that was stealing. Give me a second, Mr. Showtime. I'm gonna bring you up in like literally 2 minutes. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I wanted to talk about it. You have people on YouTube, all they talk about is vulgarity. Not me. I talk about political content. I talk about trending topics. I talk about global issues, and people still hit the flag button. I'm gonna flag him. I don't like him talking about that. I didn't like the fact that he did a video about black kids in the inner city school not being able to read. I didn't like that. Let me flag the video. Guys, I want you to look at my face. Because every time somebody flags the video, this is what I believe they look like when they're flagging. Let me just go ahead and flag the video. I didn't like the fact that he said that black women need to be conservative. Let me flag the video. That's how I perceive that you look when you're flagging me. But you don't flag the drill rappers. You don't flag the women on YouTube talking about sexual promiscuity, but you flag me. All because I say stop littering. I got flagged the other day for a video like that. I'm like, I made that video 2 years ago. Somebody watching the video, upset about what I said. He said that the black community can fix itself if they stop littering. Let me flag that video. See, that's what you do. And that's what people are doing to me. They're flagging my videos. Like even this woman that I'm about to critique now. I would love to call her this word right here. Oh, I would love to, because that's what she is. That's what she is. What's her name again? DEI woman at Facebook. What is this woman's name again? Barbara Furlow Smiles. Give me a second here. Now, somebody might flag me. Now, this woman, she's a diversity, equity, and inclusion, meaning that she is a person who is she has a job that is a useless job. She didn't go to school to be a doctor, medical doctor. She did go to Spelman, which is a one up for her, but she didn't go to school to be a medical doctor. She didn't go to school to research how to cure cancer. She didn't go to school for chemistry. She went to school, majored in underwater basket weaving, and got a job pretending to fix social issues that don't exist. Facebook. No, Facebook has a lot of diversity. They have a lot of Indians working there. Dot Indians. They have a lot of blacks that work there. But DEI, and I've done many videos on this, DEI is the worst thing that has happened, because a lot of people now are getting these idiotic jobs. They're overseeing budgets like this woman. I almost called her this word here. And really what it is that a lot of these people are predatory in nature, like her. Pretending to do programs. Oh, I need such and such budget for healthy. This is what this woman did. I'm going to get into her in a minute. I'm going to talk about her, because this is what she did. What's up, guys? This is what this woman did before I get into the whole story. She's the DEI strategist for Facebook. So she has a budget of maybe, I don't know, $10, $20 million. and she, can, write up some sort of, I forgot the name of the document, but hey, we're going to be working with such and such kids in the inner city, and we need this in the budget for blah, blah, blah. And, Facebook has so much money that they just, hey, you're approved. And she was stealing the money. And this goes back to what I keep saying about, I got to say it, man, not just people on the left, but people who are race hustling. Making money off of a social construct that people have accepted. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I've seen this. I've seen a lot of people, man, scheme their way into organizations selling racism or selling up some other like social ill. It's just like people who start these stupid nonprofits and especially in the inner city. They get all these people to invest. They get all these people to be on the board of directors. And what it is that they're just making money. We're going to start a program to help the little inner city kids program. And we need such and such amount in the budget and blah, 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 blah. And really, they're just taking the money. The people who operate the programs. Like these inner city social services programs, case management. All you got to do is get somebody to sign up for some little program and bill. And let's say they're on Medicaid or something, or I don't know how it works. And you can just get the money like that. That's what it really boils down to. Let me see, man. What do you got there? Yeah, you could jump on. Go ahead, sir.
Hi, CT. It's been a while. Hey, it's been a while.
Happy holiday. Is there a giraffe behind you? Are you in South Africa right now?
Yeah. There's jumbo elephants and giraffes and the big five right behind me. Huh?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
So hey, CT, I'm happy to see you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. It's been a while. So I love your topic. You talk about DEI, right? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yeah. Yes, I agree. This has been like a downfall and an implosion, not just for the greater society, but for Black people in general.
No guarantees. You can find out a super chat says salute CT, the panel, and the chat. Reminds me of the saying, politics is Hollywood for ugly folks. Go ahead, sir. You broke up for a minute, but go ahead.
Yeah. We have the likes of Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes, who got brought on by Just Pearly Things. And there was this whole riff-raff, this uproar, because, listen, Nick Fuentes is not a perfect person, but I agree and I understand where he's coming from. The Jews are on a plight to implode our first world civilization.
Whoa. Yo. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sir, you cannot talk about God's chosen people, sir. Are you out of your mind? That's a big no-no for YouTube. Sir, I just got done talking about how YouTube is suppressing my videos. I just got done talking about how YouTube is not allowing me to be chaotic. You can't talk about the Jays. Now, I'll let you continue, but let's just hold on the Jays. Hold on first. Hold on. Whoa. Take it easy. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, my apologies. I'll censor myself. I'll censor myself. But essentially, DEE, us as Blacks, or as you like to call them, the Blacks, we should be offended by diversity, equity, inclusion because it's an insult, right? It's a patronizing insult. It assumes, or it basically low-key communicates that you Black people aren't capable of competing, so we have to prop you up. We have to push you up there because you're not capable of making it amongst yourselves. This is why Black people should reject Black economic empowerment and diversity, equity, and inclusion, and just compete, right? Racism aside, and just compete. Okay, just practice group economics. With regards to Facebook, I like what you said about Facebook. It's not just Facebook. It's you know WWE back in the day, the Attitude Era. and then they had to be all PG, parental guidance for the kids, censoring themselves, no more bikini contests. Yeah, it's every corporation at this point, and it's annoying, and it's just not the same. The same with Facebook, censorship. When I post on Facebook, only 2 people view my posts, right?
Yeah.
So roundabout, because if you use certain words, certain keywords, hey, the manosphere has been tagged by the FBI, right? People like Freshandfit, Alex Jones, and who else? Yeah, they've been tagged by the Matrix, and they've been framed as, oh, these people are a national security threat. I've been demonetized as well because I've been I'm a red pill content creator. You can check out my videos. I've been demonetized myself. They disable certain advanced features, and I got an email from YouTube saying that you've been violating the community guidelines. For what? I've been so much feminism and the red pill and the Jays, as or as I like to call them, the Agent Smiths of this matrix. So yeah, definitely, things are not going to be the same. We are in a whole different simulation right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how much time you have, but I want to get into the whole story of this woman. Do you have any time?
Yeah, I've got time. You can.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna keep you in the back. I'm gonna mute you. Okay. Give me a second here. Oh man, I can't say it. I would love to say it. YouTube. I can't do it anymore, man. YouTube is. Yeah, man. I gotta be very careful now. YouTube is trying to get me up out of here. Speaking of that, guys, please go over to my Rumble and subscribe there. More than likely, I'm probably, and I have the email list. More than likely, I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to activate my old website or create another one called CT Live, and then I'll just live stream on my own website. Build your own boat. And I have to start practicing what I preach as well. Build your own boat. Build your own generator. Lights go out, and your lights really shouldn't go out. But I'm talking about in a disaster. Build your own generator. Portia says, "Oh, I can't say it, Portia. I can't say it." Guys, get the likes up. Salute to everybody in the chat. Positivity's coming your way. Got a lot to talk about for today. Thank you guys for all the super chats and cash shops. HB2N says, I subscribed on Rumble. We got MrShowTym waiting in the back. He offers some incredible insight into the absurdity of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, a program, a policy that was never needed. Blacks and other groups of people throughout history have always managed to create their own institutions and also matriculate through institutions in America. And it's funny how DEI doesn't work in Saudi Arabia. It's funny how DEI doesn't work in China. But this is why I will always ask if somebody from those communities, the left, can call in, because I would love to know, why don't you use DEI? Why don't you advocate for Xi Jinping, president of China? Why don't you chairman, and he's not the president, he's a chairman over the CCP. Why don't you advocate for Xi Jinping to institute DEI in all aspects of the CCP? I bet you won't do that. How come there's no DEI in India? How come there's no DEI any other place other than the Western Hemisphere? Because you're scared. You're scared to do it. You're scared. Nas, there was a cyber attack on Rumble the other day, to the best of my knowledge. Oh, guys, I'm also going to talk about Tesla as well. It's ironic that after that movie, Leave the World Behind, in the Tesla scene, Portia, you up to speed with the movie, the scene in the movie where all the Teslas start driving themselves and crashing. It's funny that yesterday Tesla just recalled 2 million of their vehicles. So, guys, if you're out on the road and you see a Tesla, haul ass in the opposite direction, because you never know if there's some sort of computer issue going on with Tesla. Let's see here. Bob, what's going on? Salute to you, Bob. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Guys, get the likes up. Salute to you all. I'm so happy to be here on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday. John, thank you so much for coming through as always. Guys, it's beautiful where I am at today. I'm definitely going to go out for a run today. And if you have the capability, if you are in good health, get out there and go for a jog today, guys. Jogging is very therapeutic. It releases endorphins. And if you're suffering from depression, not to knock anybody who's depressed, but in all seriousness, if you're suffering from depression, guys, go out there for a run. I'm telling you, man, running, eating fruits and vegetables are the key to happiness, guys, to be completely honest with you. Sitting on the couch watching TV all day and movies is not going to help with your problems. Get out there and go for a walk, go for a run, enjoy nature, guys. I'm sending out positivity at the speed of light to you all. If you are on Mars, however, you won't get it until 20 minutes. But if you're on Earth, you get it instantaneously. Hey, but check this out, though. If you are outside the solar system, more than likely you won't get it for I don't know, like a few, like a day or something. I think light travels out the solar system within a day, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, guys, salute to you all. We got Sir in the building. We have J Hub in the building. We got MrShowTym in the back. We got Mama Carol in the building. Mama Carol says, I reckon, oh my God, reckon, Jesus Christ. I reckon the two people got you by the peanuts. MrShowTym sent me a message. Yeah, you could jump on with me, man. Here, I'll have you on the screen with me while I critique this woman. Let's see here. Other than that, guys, salute to you all. I see that MrShowTym is in the beautiful South Africa, by the way, guys. South Africa, it's mountainous, it's very beautiful. Which city in South Africa are you in right now? You're on mute. You're on mute, sir. You're on mute. Go ahead.
I'm in Newcastle in the States, or as we like to call it, a province. You guys call them provinces. We call them provinces. You call them states. KwaZulu-Natal. I'm in Newcastle, KwaZulu-Natal. Okay. So yeah, it's the equivalent as your flyover states, your Midwest, right? Very conservative, very predominantly white, right? So yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, we have mountains up there in the top, where folks are farming, and they've got private estates. But anyway,
now speaking of split, is your family from South Africa?
Yeah.
Are you Zola? What are you? You're not a Zulu. Are you Zosa? What is it? You're Zulu.
I'm Zulu. Yeah.
Oh, you're Zulu. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How come
my real name?
Go ahead.
How come I don't look like what?
How come you don't look like the Nelson Mandela type South Africans?
They are from a different tribe. They're more lighter skinned. You know the Khoisan.
Oh, okay.
Look them up. Okay. Yeah, and then we derive from Shaka Zulu's tribe. We're the Zulus, right? Okay. My name is Mbuso Mhlongo, right? That's my government name. Okay. So yeah, I like to answer some of the questions that some of the folks that are asking in relation to today's topic, right? But I promise this time I'll censor myself, not to worry. Okay. With regards to diversity, equity, inclusion, the powers that be, right? They know this for a fact. They know that America that is predominantly white does not look the same as the America that is minority white and led by the minority people of color. Okay, and I say that with no offense. This is just some of the things that I've realized. These are some of the red pills. So this is why they're pushing Black women empowerment, people of color in sports, in the corporate realm, everywhere. Why? Because, like I said, they understand that, people of color, no offense, but we don't have a track record of managing things the same way that whites do. Do you understand? So that's kind of like their way of trying to, like, just put these people in, and then the system will be weakened for and external powers to come in and take over, such as China, or over there in the small hat people, the Asian splits, right? So yeah, you know what I mean when I say the Asian splits, the Jays, okay? So yeah, this is why they threw Andrew Tate in the slammer, because the guy with the funny mustache, they're trying to enact revenge on him. Why? Because he represents the demographics. He is a Caucasian white male, and he's white, and he's a man. Now, what's under attack in this current socio-economic climate? Masculinity and white males.
Correct.
Do you think that's a coincidence? That's not a coincidence.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
It's obviously manufactured by powers that be. Go ahead, though. Yep.
Exactly. Now, again, with this whole thing of diverse equity inclusion, we have this madam, like you said in the article, who stole money. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, I don't want to say it. Okay, with BWs. Okay, you know the stereotype. It's not a stereotype. It's true. And it's
no. You can tell. Well, YouTube allows you to say the BW. You can say black woman. You can say black woman.
Yeah. And so sadistic about it. The narrative, they want to keep the narrative. They want to perpetuate the narrative of BMs are not worth ish. This is why they're promoting, they're putting more BWs out there for the optics, to make it come across as us BMs, we're lazy, we're shiftless, we ain't worth a damn. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, look at what happened with Jonathan Majors. I'm seeing all of this, right? The video just recently came out of him trying to run away. He was running away from his white girlfriend, and they refused to prosecute her for filing a false police report.
Yeah,
that's unfair, right? It's totally asinine. So, I'll let you respond now.
No, you're right. You're hitting it on the nail, man. I want you to stay. I want you to stay here for a minute, man. You're hitting it right on the nail, man. Hold on. Let me get into the topic though. And you are absolutely right with this woman. Her name is, I don't know if you guys can see the screen. Her name is Barbara Furlow Smiles. She is a graduate of Spelman. All the great women that have come out of Spelman over the past 150 years. And, she's an embarrassment. She's an embarrassment. And this is what I'm going to do every single time. I hope that she calls in or her husband calls in. Don't get mad at me. I'm doing the very same thing that CNN, Fox, NPR. I'm doing the very same thing that they do. I'm covering the news. And particularly, I'm an also equal opportunity journalist when it comes to whatever side of the aisle. Now, don't get me wrong. I am a conservative. I do vote Republican. I voted for Donald Trump twice, but I love going in on liberals. I'm not going to lie to you. I love going in on liberals. Now, in respect, and out of respect, oh, damn, I mean to do that. Out of respect for, okay, I think my mic just went off. Give me a second, guys. Let me correct my mic real quick. Testing 1 2 testing. Okay, Bob with the $5 super chat. CT, what are you, Dr. Philip Bubakar? Come on, interview Americans. I'm gonna save this one for him to respond to you. But Bob, shout out to you. Now here goes this woman, Barbara Furlow Smiles, because she's on the left, because she's a liberal. You're not gonna get any pushback from people who are on the left. Nobody's going to talk about her. See, I had to get this from Fox News, but I'm going to talk about her. But I'm not going to be disrespectful. I don't want to talk too much about her. She did go to Spelman. That's the only reason why I'm not really going to go in on her. But the former head of Facebook, DEI, Barbara Furlow Smiles, admits she stole or embezzled $4 million from the company. Tom Likens with the $5 super chat. Another golden helmet stealing money again. Let me guess, on weave, makeup, hair, and extensions. And sir, even though that is absolutely racist, you are absolutely correct. You're correct. Now here goes. And here goes this woman, Barbara Furlow Smiles. She went to Spelman. She graduated probably in underwater basket weaving, some underwater, probably nothing dealing with science or math. And this is what happens a lot. Now, I don't know whether, I'm pretty sure Spelman now, like most universities, are far left. But let's assume that at the time when she was on campus, it was a neutral university. She majored in underwater basket weaving. She majored in something that has nothing to do with productivity. She didn't major in engineering. She didn't, like I said before, she didn't major in chemistry to see if she can cure cancer, or biology to see if she can cure cancer one day. And like most liberal students, like most students that major in underwater basket weaving, they are pretty much forced upon graduation to get a job such as this one, DEI, something that's made up, something that a lot of companies have to do now, Facebook especially, they want to get a high ESG score. So they hired this woman, Barbara Furlow Smiles, and I know the story. They hired her because she fit the narrative. She came in there talking a good game. We need some more black people up in here. And the idiots at Facebook, as they are, J-Hub with the $2 super chat, she is built like a Delta. Shut up, man. Shut up. So she came up in Facebook, and I know the story because I went to school with people like this. She came up in there. Facebook, in an interview, she's saying that Facebook needs more black representation, more female representation. Me as the DEI, whatever her little title is, I can bring in more people of color. Even though Facebook has people of color already, even though I would even bet their top engineers are Indian, etc. But nevertheless, she came in there talking a good game because that is what is the narrative in this society that we live in. So the people who are interviewing her, probably white liberal women, purple hair, they loved it. Oh yes, yeah, you're absolutely right. Facebook does need more, people of color, and you guys are downtrodden and blah blah blah, and so basically this is a affirmative action diversity hire situation here. And what they don't know is that this type of woman, and I went to school with these types of black women especially, this is your woman, and please forgive me if she's listening, but I know these types. Get the likes up, guys. Lawrence with the $5 super chat. Good morning, CT. I see you never fail to wake up with great passion and vigor flowing through your body, personality. Keep thriving. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate all the super chats and cash apps, guys. Once again, give a big shout out to Lawrence, Bobby, No Guarantees, Portia, Bob, of course. Thank you so much, Bob. Tom Likens, he's racist, but Tom Likens, salute to you and J-Hub. Now, what people don't understand is that when you don't hire black male conservatives, you're gonna get this. I did a live stream about a woman a few years ago who did the same thing. Black woman, DEI position, et cetera, et cetera. But what a lot of these white purple-haired liberal women who work in HR do not understand about a lot of these black women is that a lot of these black women, they don't care about no DEI. They don't care about if the company has black people or not. A lot of these black women are, and I have to say this, man, and this is going to sound very stereotypical. I would bet that Barbara Furlow Smiles was a booster in high school. I would bet that, and if you're not up to speed what a booster is a black chick who goes into the malls and they steal clothing items and then they sell it. And I grew up in the 90s, man. I grew up in the beautiful 90s. And let me tell you something. Your average black girl, I'm telling you, was a booster. And she could have straight A's. She could be super smart. But a lot of black girl magic culture is thievery. And I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me for saying this. Let me see. So what they don't know is that this type of woman, she will steal everything that ain't attached in a room. Literally. So she's in this interview. She's talking about slavery. She's talking about Jim Crow. She's probably humming and singing some slave song. And the white women in there are loving it because they love the image of the victim. They love the image of the downtrodden black. So they love hearing somebody like her. So they say, oh, hire her. But see, Mammy, oh, damn. Oh, YouTube is about to get me up out of here. Hang tight for me, MrShowTym. Hang tight. Now, here goes King Shenard. He's already in the building. I'm talking about black people now, and he automatically says something. So what a lot of these places don't know is that there is a culture of boosting in the black female culture. Is every black female a booster? No. But a lot of black women, given the opportunity, man, they gonna steal from you. And listen, I learned this the hard way when I was in my 20s, man. I used to invite, some lady friends over, and I would take a shower before they got over there. Not because, obviously you want to be clean when you have a lady friend come over. But an older black dude that I met years ago in college, he was like a super duper uber senior. He was like 30, we're like 18, and we used to hang around him because he had all the beer, alcohol. But he told us this. He said, if you invite a black chick over, you need to take a shower before she comes over, or you need to do something beforehand. Like, make sure you don't need anything from the car. Make sure you don't, because if you leave that room, this type of chick is going to steal from you. So if you're taking a shower and she's there, she's going to steal something. And when he told me that, I'm all naive. I'm like, oh, nah, man, the black, nah, man, that's just, nah, man. He's like, yeah, man, yeah. And sure enough, it happened to me one time. It happened to me. I told this story years ago. I don't know if you guys remember this, man, but I told this story multiple times. I was in the hood. It was my mistake. I was in the hood. It was this little steak spot in the hood. I'm not going to say where it's at. Wasted, drunk out my mind. 2 a.m. And I'm start talking to this chick that's inside. She needed a ride somewhere and I'm drunk, no inhibitions. So I'm like, yeah, it don't matter. I'm in the car talking to her. I must have passed out briefly or something. Somehow managed to take her to her destination. Woke up the next day at my house, of course. I don't know how I got home. Thank God. I was missing $50. I said, she stole from me. She stole from me. She took advantage of me while I was drunk. And what I believe happened was, because I remember, I was drunk, but I still remembered what I was doing. And I remember putting the 50 in my pocket, and maybe the 50 was, maybe it was leaning out my pocket while I was taking her home. And she, she's talking to me and just, slowly sliding her hand, but she stole it from me. Because I didn't get out the car. I know I didn't get out the car, but she stole it from me. And so what I'm saying is that a lot of these institutions, they need to hire black male conservatives such as myself for consultation. Because me looking at her, as soon as she would have walked out the interview room, hey,
Kiki, can I just here's what people like O'Shea Duke Jackson have been slamming some of us in the manosphere that, oh, we hate black women. Well, can I just provide a little perspective? We do not hate on BWs, okay? But you talked about the booster culture, which I'm not too familiar with, but I think it's all about promoting the creme de la creme, right? Here's the sad case with black females. This is why so many of them are not married. The black females that are the most attractive in the black community, they tend to get opportunities to throw their lives away, to make the wrong decisions because they get so much clout and attention. Black women naturally have small waist, wide hips, and they get these opportunities to become these low-key celebrities, these D-list celebrities, if you know what I mean. So they take that and they run with it. They become influencers. They're all on TikTok. They become your Britney Renners of the world. And then they're damaged mentally. They're damaged, which is why so many sisters that have such potential, they were raised by a parent household.
Yeah.
If they are attractive, they get thirsted upon. Oh, you have a nice ass, stuff like that. They get thirsted upon, and that goes to their heads, and that makes them leads them to make wrong decisions in life. They become CEOs, and they don't develop mentally. They succumb to arrested development, which is why you have this lady on the article right here. She's not. You can bet your lucky stars she's not the brightest star out there, but but because of,
you're right, and it goes back to what I keep saying. Listen, if you go to college and you don't major in the STEMs, it just lets me know that you've pretty much skated through college, because I have underwater basket weaving degrees, and it's because I wanted to skate through college. I didn't take college seriously, because people who take college seriously don't major in underwater basket weaving degrees. It's the honest to God's truth. So here goes a woman. She doesn't have a math degree. She doesn't have a chemistry degree. She doesn't have biology. She probably has, I'm willing to bet, something in the social sciences, psychology, sociology, business. And I am telling you, man, these types of people, they don't care about no DEI initiatives. Now, they'll lie to you. They'll lie to a room full of people, HR, and say that they do. But really what it is that they want that job so that they can do what this woman did. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Also, yeah, very good point. Very, very good point. The thing about
hold on, let me read the super chat real quick. Yeah. Ever since I turned pro in 1989, when I signed that dotted line, it was strange. Most things changed for the better and the worse. So I called my mama and she said, baby, must be the money. Yeah. Must be the money. It's got to be, because I got people want to be my friend, people I never knew, people I never thought of associating with. Must be the money. And talk to them. Diamond Rolex with gators on my feet. I got 2 pair for every day of the week. And my hair is done. My fingernails too. AFR with a $20 super chat. Salute to CT and MrShowTym. Global black men are rising. Thank you so much. Go ahead, sir. Then I want to get back to the article. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, yeah. So that was a very good point, CT. You're right on point. Very, very, very good topic. I want to expand on that. What was about? Oh yeah. So as I was saying, most of these black women, it's not so much as, I don't know about them not caring about the corporate realm. Well, women don't care about anything other themselves anyway.
Exactly. Yes, get it. You get it all the way from South Africa. Go ahead, sir.
So females are selfish creatures inherently, and I don't mean that in a good way. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that's just how women are. Okay, just
nature,
how.
Yeah, nature. Yeah.
So the sad case about sisters is they've been psyoped by our mothers and trust and believe CT. I did a Passport Bro exclusive show with Mumia Absidin Ali where I explained to him that dating in America it's the exact same here in South Africa. Our mothers told uh, our sisters, our aunties, their young daughters, they basically told them that, hey, listen, go to college so you can get a degree because the BMs ain't ish. So you need to be strong and independent, girl. These BMs, they don't build anything. Well, okay, yeah, that's true. BMs, we don't have many corporate industries to ourselves because we we get off of conflict. We enjoy conflict so much so that we can't even establish our own utopias because I don't know what it is with black folks now, but we just can't seem to get our stuff together. Shout out to O'Shea. I mean, he's been going in on TJ Holmes and Amy Robach.
Let me hold on for one second. Okay. Now, this woman here, Barbara Furlow Smiles. Listen to me. Listen. I'm willing to bet Facebook noticed this oversight when it first happened. I'm willing to bet they noticed that she was, because a lot of times these places they'll let you commit all the crimes they want so they can build a case on you. So they probably noticed it and they said, I wish I could say the M word, but Barbara, she's still in fun. Facebook, they're worth billions of dollars. $4 million is peanuts to them. That's not, I wouldn't even say peanuts, crumbs. But see, they let her do it because they were building a case on her so they can present it to the prosecutor. Now, hear me out. And I'm going to bring Mr. Showtime back in a minute. But see, this is why a lot of businesses need conservative content creators such as myself to be consultants. See, they probably approached. Hold on, I gotta put you on mute real quick, okay, bro? And I know exactly what happened. They approached her, and they said, we have reason to believe that you've been stealing such and such, and they presented the facts to her. Hey, at such and such date, you stole this. You were supposed to. You said that you had a program that you started for some inner city kids. That money never went there, and we have reason to believe you stole it because a week later you went to a trip in Vegas, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm willing to bet Barbara Furlow Smiles did or said the following. And dang, y'all all in my business. I'm willing to bet. Because I know these. Listen, I know these types of people, man. Especially these women who are. I'm assuming she's on the left, but I know these types because because remember, on the left, you can always blame somebody for your problems. That's what people on the left do, right? If the kids can't read in school, black kids, it's because of slavery. Woman is great. It's not because she was drinking excessively at 3 a.m. She drank 50 gallons of liquor and she's dressed like a whore, but it's because men are toxic, so she could blame it on that. So on the left, they make all these excuses. So it's the same thing even here. I bet Barbara Furlow Smiles, who's a DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion strategist for Facebook, I bet she blamed her embezzling $4 million on somebody else. And when they approached her, dang, for real, y'all all in my business. Now, Mr. Showtime, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but that's a lot of the culture here in the States. when you approach a lot of these women on the left, and you know, liberalism here might be something. It might be called something different where you are at. What is it called where you're at?
It doesn't have a specific name because our politics is still pretty straightforward. So we have your ANC, which is the equivalent to your Democratic Party, and then we have the Democratic Alliance, which is the equivalent as to the GOP, Republicans. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So
but Mr. Showtime, I'm telling you, when they approached her, I'm willing to bet, Mr. Showtime, she said, and I'm gonna tell you what she said. Dang, y'all doing too much for real. All in my business. I bet you she said that. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Also, I remember this attorney general, this black female attorney general, Democratic DA, whatever. She goes by the surname of Crockett, where she was talking about Trump and compared to Biden's indictments. You know, she was like finger snapping. You know, all that typical black woman says. Look, black females should be offended by that. They should condemn that type of. This is in the Senate.
They're not going to condemn it. Hold on, HB2 says Michael Blackson. Get back on topic. This isn't about black women. It's about corporate businesses creating pointless jobs. Elon cut 80% of the jobs on Twitter. Hear me out for a minute. Now, this is from. Thank you so much, HB, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Now, this is from the report. Now, this is from Business Insider. Now, this is a woman right here, Barbara Furlow Smiles, liberal, stole $4 million. An ex-diversity, equity, and inclusion strategist at Facebook has pleaded guilty to embezzling millions from the company. Barbara Furlow Smiles ran DEI initiatives at Facebook from 2017 into 2021. Federal prosecutors, check this out, say she recruited former interns, babysitters, and hairstylists for her kickback schemes. Go ahead, sir.
And you know what makes it worse? If you hold her accountable, you're being racist. You hate black. You hate B-dubs. It's white supremacy, right? Listen, they've literally set this up where we're on a inevitable downward spiral. We can't even call it out. They promote all these narratives on Facebook, on Instagram. You see all the debauchery, and then we, the red pill, they suppress us. Okay, so we're fighting an uphill battle here. This is why I've been trying to get a hold of Nick Fuentes, Just Curly Things, and some of the guys, because you know I would really like to just go off, right? South African edition, right? I'm pretty sure some of these guys would be glad to meet me, right? If they were to see some of my videos, I'm pretty sure they would be stunned. Just like how Mumia Absidin Ali was pleased. He gave me an opportunity, he hosted me, and they were like, wow, really? Things are the same in South Africa, just as and I said, yeah, it's the exact same, right? Yeah. So shout out to Mumia Absidin Ali. I appreciate him for giving me the opportunity. I was his very first international South African special guest. So yeah, it's getting bad. I mean, Trump has his hands full. Andrew Tate has his hands full. Why? Because they dare to call out the Matrix, and this is what happens. We need more. I mean, imagine if the corporate industry were to hire more black conservative men, not these sister boy, hyena, beta male simping for the. No, this is what destroyed the community because we have a lot.
Oh, let me read the super chat real quick.
And I'm not changing on it, okay? I said what I said.
Yeah.
It ain't changing on it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this woman right here, she went to Spelman, but that, you know, Spelman is one of the elite HBCUs, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you know, they allow all types of women in there. And I'm telling you, this woman right here, she will cuss your ass out. Hey, Barbara, we noticed that we approved $500,000 for this inner city initiative program to help, help little black kids do this. Dang! Why y'all be looking at me? Y'all racist for real. I bet. I'm almost willing to bet. And remember, in the tragedy of DEI, the tragedy of wokeism, the tragedy of the culture that we live in today, she can easily use the racism card. For real. All in my business. Dang. They ain't got nothing else to do but investigate me. For real. See, I bet. I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened here. Let me keep reading it real quick. Let me keep reading it. Again, she recruited former interns, babysitters, and a hairstylist for her kickback scheme. Guys, let me tell you something. There are so many cases like this with administrators, with women, particularly black women, who are administrative assistants, administrators, etc., who have access to budgets, and they will steal. And all you got to do is go online, man, and you will be surprised how frequent this is. And it's not just black women, it's white women too in this country. And MrShowTym is right. The woman's nature, and shout out to the women in the chat, is it's really for themselves. So when they said, Barbara, we're gonna put you over a $10 million budget, she said, wow, oh, I'm about to get me a Birkin bag in her brain. But she told them, oh yeah, I'm gonna help out the kids with this program with that money. Nah, it didn't happen that way. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Oh, and let me read the super chat real quick. Big time to $5 super chat. She is only doing what she learned from her HBCU. Get free gifts from the white people. Oh my God. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, you know what's sad about sisters? There is no difference between a Michelle Obama and a Kiki Palmer. But there's a difference. But there's a difference between a Barack Obama and a, let's say, what's the guy's name? Ghost from the movie Power, or Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Us BMs, we know how to segregate ourselves better compared to the B Dubs. Yeah. Now, remember how Michelle Obama came out and say she hated Obama during his presidency, and how she was promoting Meg the Stallion, because she wants to be accepted by the sisterhood. Now, the sad thing about the sisterhood is majority is the Meg the Stallion archetype. Yeah. So this is how you end up sisters who are well-to-do, Spelman, Yale, Harvard type, affluent. They end up succumbing to being like a Meg the Stallion, a Cardi B.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me read this. A former diversity and equity inclusion manager at Facebook has pleaded guilty to embezzling millions from the social media company as part of a sprawling kickback scheme, federal prosecutors announced this week. Barbara Furlow Smiles led DEI initiatives at Facebook, now called Meta, from 2017 until 2021. Furlow Smiles diverted more than $4 million from Facebook by linking payment apps to her Facebook credit card and paying out charges to fake vendors. The U.S. attorney said in a press release, do you know why she did that? American First Rifleman said, keep cooking, MrShowTym. Do you know why she did that? Because she knows nobody was auditing her office. Because, I gotta say this, when they hire people in DEI, especially black women, any type of micromanagement can be deemed as racism. Why y'all keep coming in here asking me questions? Dang. Y'all ain't got nothing to do for real. All in my business. I'm telling you. She knowingly devised and intended to devise a scheme to artifice to defraud Facebook and to obtain money and property by means of materially false and fraudulent pretenses, representations and promises, and by omission of material facts, prosecutors said in court documents. She'd submit the charges as false expense reports because she figured, hey man, they're not going to micromanage me and audit whether this money went to a certain vendor or a certain program. Hell, it's Facebook. They're worth billions of dollars. What do they care? What do he care? He got $50,000 in his bank account. I can steal $50 off his table. I'm telling you, it's the same concept. The booster. Let me see. She submit the charges as false expense reports, then having the vendors give her the money in cash or by transferring funds to her husband's account. Associates paid cash kickbacks in person and by Federal Express on mail, sometimes wrapping the cash in other items such as T-shirts, the attorney said in a press release. So let me tell you what's going to happen here. Now, MrShowTym, you're not in America. She committed mail and wire fraud. She's going to the penitentiary. She's going to the pen. That is no in America. Mail and wire fraud. Yeah, Mammy going to the pen. I'm going to use the word now. Mammy going to the pen. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's two demographics here in the westernized civilizations. And when I say westernized civilizations, yes, that includes South Africa because we are a first world country to ignore the popular narrative. Oh, Africa. No. South Africa is an exception. We are, in fact, a first world country. But that's a different story. I digress. In the westernized countries, there's two demographics that are under siege. That is the straight white male and the rational thinking conservative black male. Okay. Now, with that being said, she's they are afraid to micromanage her like everyone else, because that would be equality. If they were to micromanage the B-dub like everyone else, that's equality. That's fair game. But because the B-dub is a little too sensitive, oh, why are you micromanaging me? That's racist, and this is what's keeping them back.
Yeah.
So